Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to use the Yamuna ball to release tension that we are holding oftentimes in the shoulder area. And you may think, oh yeah, let's work on the back, but we are going to go to the opposite side this morning. We're going to work the front of the chest because a lot of times we're working like this. So those muscles get really short, and if they're short, we can release on the back as much as we want. It's not gonna do that, and that's what we're gonna work today. But let me show you first the sequence because I will be facing down towards the yoga mat. So we're gonna start, find the landmarks, the top of your sternum and the bottom of your sternum. And then just place the little finger on the bottom of the breastbone, and then walk 4 fingers up, and just here above the index finger is where I want you to start. Please don't start at the bottom, just bring the ball a little higher up. So we're gonna have the ball here, and then the pressure here, the pressure a little bit higher, and we're gonna end, these are my collarbones, and we're gonna end just below here on the breastbone. From there, we're gonna move, feel your collarbone going out to the side, and you notice it goes up a little bit. So we're gonna move the ball out underneath the collarbone, just towards the front of the shoulder here, and then we're gonna do a little bit of opening and going a little bit shoulder and into the deltoid area. Always be careful, always listen to your body. Get off the ball when you feel it's too much. A good sign is you're holding your breath, you're grinding your teeth. Pain, of course, is not acceptable. Get off the ball immediately. And yeah, I think that's it for today. So enjoy, have fun. And because we're going to be in kind of a back bend, a small one, while we're doing the sequence, we're starting with the lower back release. So we're starting on the back and then turning around. Lay on the floor. Just give yourself a moment. Sink into gravity. Have your legs bent. Your shoulders relaxed. Take an inhale, exhale, let your lower back sink to the floor and release. Let your lower back sink to the floor and release. And one more time, let your lower back sink to the floor. Keep this here, push your hips up and place the golf ball just underneath your sacrum. Plant your feet back onto the floor and kind of bring the hands to the right and left of the ball. It's like you're framing the ball with your hands. Thumb is on top, the fingers wrapping around, and give the ball a gentle traction down towards the heels. Soften your jaw, relax your shoulders. Let your body sink into the ball. Take another breath here. Keep the traction on the ball. Slowly lift one leg up, lift the other leg up, getting a little bit more weight towards the ball. Don't collapse, just keep the sacrum gently pushing down into the golf ball. And you may even want to lift your legs for a moment. You can move your feet, circle, pedal. I'm still adding the gentle traction. I always say the power of the fingertips, so I'm not using so much strength that it exhausts my arms and shoulders, but just the strength of my fingers is tractioning the ball down. And then slowly find your way down. Lift the heels, engage the glutes, lift up and come down. And you may notice that your lower back feels a little bit more open. That's the word I would choose today. Yeah. Let's turn around slowly. I'm going to work a little bit in a diagonal line, so to make it easier for you. What's going to happen? Let's see. Let's go first to the right side. You need some space on your yoga mat to move back, so make sure you start a little bit more towards the front. I just want to make sure that you can see me perfect. Remember, we're not going to start at the bottom of the breastbone. If you want to find this landmark again, place the little finger on the bottom of the breastbone, walk the other fingers up, and just place the golf ball just above the index finger. Then first let the arms, bring it out to the side, like when you do yoga, like a swings pose. And let the weight of your body sink. I'm looking down towards the floor, lengthening a little bit through the crown of my head. Depends on the shirt, depends on how many layers are between the skin and the ball. Sometimes you have a feeling of sliding. In that case, it can help to tuck your toes and use them to keep pushing you up into the ball a little bit. And now take your hands onto the ball and also add a little bit of traction up. You can see my elbows are not out here, they're pointing back towards the feet. Inhale and exhale, let your weight sink. Let's use a sound here on the breastbone, the sound of HA. So inhale, exhale with a inhale, and then just walk, just micro shift, just one rib width up towards the collarbone. Find your position again. The more you can have the ball on bare skin, the easier it is, because you struggle less the sliding. Keep your chin tucked a little bit, lengthen through the crown of your head. Traction the ball, again, use the strength of the fingertips, traction it a little bit forward. 2 breaths with a sound. And you can move back a little bit. You also can use your hands to move the ball. You can pull your shirt down, move the ball a little bit higher up so you can feel the pressure of the ball is a little higher up. At one point you cannot so much lengthen through the crown of your head because your chin would be squished into the ball, but just lift it a little bit without throwing your head back. Let the weight of your body sink into the ball. 2 breaths with a sound. And then we're going to the last point. You can place fingers on your collarbones and place the ball a little bit higher so you feel you're just below the collarbone, bottom of the breastbone. Make sure there's no pressure in your throat area so you can swallow with ease. Let the weight of your body sink. Again, use the power of your fingertips. Traction the ball up a little bit. And we take 2 breaths with a sound. Now we're going out. Remember when I showed you at the beginning, we're going out underneath the collarbone, and you want to be a little bit connected to the bone as well here. Then your right hand towards the side of the ball and the left arm goes straight out to the side. Let me show you the other side so you just can see what I'm doing with my arms. So this is my left arm straight out to the side. Good. And you're going to turn your head and you look towards your right elbow. Again, a little traction, not too much. So I'm always thinking about I want to use enough traction so I can feel it, but not so much that I'm feeling my muscles, shoulders, arms are getting completely exhausted. Make sure you can swallow with ease, and I'm pushing the ball a little bit towards the shoulder, left shoulder. Breathe here, relax. Now move the ball a little bit more over to the right. Maybe even snuggle back a little bit. Remember, you want to feel a connection to the collarbone as well. The ball makes contact to the bone as well as underneath. Gentle traction towards the left shoulder. Chin is tucked a little bit. I find this more peaceful for my neck. But if you have neck issues, remember when my neck was really tight, I allowed myself to move my head a little bit, lifting up and down. Sometimes I even used a block underneath my head and let it rest for a moment here, just filling the gap between the floor and the head. So I'm always feeling I don't want to strain other muscles. Even, you know, your neck muscles, they will get better because you build up strength by holding your head. But if there's something going on, it can be a lot. And then move a little bit more out. Sneak a tiny little bit down, feeling that the ball is connected to the collarbone and to underneath. Look towards your right elbow, little traction, deep long breath in and out. And move a little bit more. Just going to be in front of the shoulder joint now. And the collarbone curves up here, so you may want to sneak back a little bit. Deep breath. Now a transition. You take your right hand towards the right side of your chest. And the movement is you move a little bit over to the right, and then you slowly start to turn. Let's do it in steps together. Don't have one big move. Let's do it slowly. Good. The first step can be just lifting your right leg up, and you already feel you're turning a little bit more. You feel more weight on the left side. And then you can even turn a little bit more, bringing the legs on top of each other, or you can find a place somewhere in between. I'm right on the shoulder now, using this right hand to stabilize me, my left fingertips walking away. And like I said, this next movement, see if you want to follow, see if you want to even go here. You may feel you had enough and you're already resting on the back body, waiting for the second side to start. But I want to move a little bit forward, not only with the upper body, but also with the hips. It's nice when we have the legs bent, it's easier to do. And the ball just sneaks into where the arm meets the shoulder. Breathe in and out. And you know what? Let's just sneak in a little neck release here, because we can do it. Push your hand down, slowly come up. Tuck the side. We're just working on the arm towards the side of the body. Find your way down and sneak the ball behind the ear, top of the shoulder. You see my arm is underneath the body. You want to align shoulder and elbow. And then you can push yourself up a little bit, so feeling a little bit more pushing down from the ball. And use the other hand as a little bit of extra support. I'm not pushing, I'm just letting the weight of my arm rest here. I'm always thinking, I see at the body I like when I look at the shape and the curves, I like to think in rainbows. So picture your neck is shaping around the ball like a rainbow. Soften your jaw. Let everything relax. And maybe you want to push yourself up a little bit more. And I also like to sneak just maybe half an inch, maybe it was an inch, forward. So I feel I'm a little bit more away from the ear. I'm still on the side of the neck. But when you think about the side seam, I'm a little bit behind the side seam now. Sometimes you need a little bit more pushing up because you feel the muscles are letting go, or creating space here. Creating space for your beautiful leg to move with ease. Stay here for one more breath. And slowly release your hand. Roll back. Remove the ball. Come on your back. Straighten your legs. Bring your arms out by your side. And just notice how relaxed this left side feels now. I feel my upper left arm is much more connected to the floor. The left shoulder blade is resting flat on the floor. The left side of my neck feels way longer than the right side. There's much more space, much more openness. Reach the arms overhead. Stretch your whole body. And let's go to the other side. We're not starting at the bottom of the breastbone, so we're going to start right here. You may see it in a lot of circulation is also happening, a lot of blood flow, a lot of energy flow. Remember, you want to have some space to move back, and we're going to start right underneath the collarbone, top of the breastbone. Going towards the right side now. Perfect. Good. Your hands are here. Remember, the more you can work here on bare skin, I find it much easier. Remember that little trick, you can use the toes, you can push you up into the ball. A little bit engagement of your leg to keep you steady on the ball. Make sure you're not pushing into your throat. You can swallow with ease. Shoulders are away from the ears. Take one more breath. And we're changing the arms. The left hand this time finds the side of the ball, and the right arm goes straight out. And a T position, you turn your head to the left elbow, and you add a little traction towards the right shoulder. Breathe deeply in and out. While you're here, I'm going to move a little bit away from the camera. So while I'm moving towards the camera soon, so I will be in the frame still. At all times, you can swallow with ease. And now we start moving our journey. We start to go on our journey, start to move. So you want to move your body to the left. And the ball moves off the breastbone, just along the side of the breastbone. Now I'm running into my shelf behind me. I'm so sorry. I need to adjust a little bit. You keep on turning your head towards the left, looking towards the left elbow. And you can feel you're right in this corner where the breastbone and the collarbone saying hello to each other. I'm connected to both. I'm connected to the breastbone, to the collarbone, and to this little space in between. Giving our pec muscles a wonderful release. And now start moving a little bit more over. Your whole body is moving. Remember, you maybe also want to move a little bit down. I again have to move up. I'm just running out of space here. Look over to the left. The feet connected to the collarbone and to the part underneath. Head is turned, gazes to the left elbow. Remember what I said with the block, you can fill the gap between the floor and the head if your neck muscles are really giving you a hard time here holding your head. And then we move a little bit more over, and you also want to move a little bit back. I'm not moving back, I'm just moving my ball a little bit up with my hands, so I'm not running into the issue of running out of space. Breathe in and out. Head is turned, you're looking towards the left elbow. Right arm straight out to the side. And again, you feel the connection towards the collarbone and the area underneath. A little traction towards the right shoulder. And I move a little bit more and just coming in front of the shoulder joint. Again, remember if you have to move up a little bit with the ball, means the body moves back a little bit. So you want to stay connected to the collarbone that curves up here to meet the shoulder. Keep your chin tucked a tiny little bit. I find this always easier for my neck. And now slowly we start a transition. So you take your left hand towards the side of the chest, and let's only lift the left leg first. You already feel this brings the ball a little bit more on top of front of the shoulder, and also adds a little bit more weight and opening. And you may stay here. Let me show you another way, kind of a step in between here on this side. You can simply straighten the leg. It's just a step in between to get a little bit more opening, depends on how much feels good in your body. Or I'm gonna sneak a little bit, align the hips with the shoulder. And you're rotating onto your side. Keep the right hand reaching away from the ball. And remember, let the weight of your body sink into the ball. And maybe you want to sneak forward a tiny little bit, see if this works for you. If this feels too intense on your shoulder, please stay where you are or already find your way on your back. We are right where the arm meets the shoulder. You can feel the shoulder blade is moving towards the spine when you do this. And we're gonna release the neck here as well. So slowly find your way onto your side with the right arm tucked along the side of the body. And sneak the ball behind the ear, top of the shoulder. Make it easier today with the legs bent. And you maybe want to push up a little bit, really sneaking this ball, filling the gap. There's no gap here. The ball is covering the whole side of the neck. Using the other hand, get some extra traction here. Don't fight. Let the weight sink into the ball. Sometimes I notice my body is holding, so what's going on here? So really let yourself melt. The benefit from this wonderful practice really relies on you allowing yourself to use the weight of your body to melt into the ball. If you like the idea of a rainbow shape, you can picture your neck rainbow shaping around the ball. Again, we are creating space for the neck to move with ease. maybe a little bit more push up, and maybe try and use this a micro shift I'm doing forward. So the ball just gets this area just behind the side seam of my neck. So subtle, I feel on the outside. There's really not a lot of change in the position of my body, but it's the sensations you feel and the different areas you get. Again, if we want to always work with the best alignment as possible, but sometimes what can happen if you have that elbow tucked underneath your body, you may feel the fingers get tinglish. You can sneak it a tiny little bit forward. You can see this was a really tiny little bit, so you want to stay in alignment as much as possible, but oftentimes this helps. Another thing, if the fingers get tinglish, is also to help support something underneath your hand. This can help. And another way is you can also bring the arm behind the body. If this is possible for you, this is another way also to work here in this position. By the way, you can do this neck release, what we're just doing, just by itself. Take one more breath here. And then slowly, the arms behind your body, bring it in front. And come all the way on your back. Straighten your arms. And notice how much more open and spacious this whole side of your chest feels now. Let's end like we started the session. Lift up, place the ball underneath your sacrum, wrap the hands around the ball, add some traction. And we're going to do a little change here. So I'm going to reach your arms down, and after releasing this area, I can easily interlace my hands underneath the ball. See if this is possible for you. If your arms are too short, you maybe just sneak the arms down a little bit. If your arms are too long, you might feel uncomfortable with the elbow straight, you might prefer to keep wrapping the ball with your hands. And then lift one leg up and the other leg up, and just let your knees fall in towards your chest. And I can feel the moment I do this, feels like I'm also lengthening, creating space, pulling the shoulders down. Slowly bring one leg back, bring the other leg back. When you can keep your heels lifted, to lift up, take the ball out, and notice how you feel now. You can do the lower back release by itself. You can do the just moving up the breastbone by itself, but I think it's really beneficial if you also go out. But sometimes if you're running short on time, just working the breastbone can help you to get a really nice opening and release. You can do the neck by itself, so feel free to do it all together, but also honoring your time. And if maybe your neck is just tight, maybe go here and do this, and then when you have the time, weave it all together. Thank you so much for practicing with me. If you're not following me already, please follow me. If you can, please just hit this little like button just below and give my video a like. If you know a friend who has a ball and you may want to enjoy it, please share the video. Leave me a comment with any questions, or let me know if there's another area in your body you would like to have a video where you can use this beautiful gold ball to relax. Thank you. Bye.